The Islamic city planned for North Texas is undergoing a rebrand. This is Friday, November 14th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for starting the end of your week with the Texas Minute. A congressman from the Lone Star State wants to freeze all immigration into the United States. More on that story coming up. According to local officials, a proposed Islamic-focused development in North Texas may soon be moving forward under a new name, despite past claims from the governor that the project had been halted. The controversial Muslim community known as Epic City is planned for property located in the unincorporated areas of Collin and Hunt counties. It now appears that the developers are preparing to very soon submit their plans for review, but with a new name, the Meadow. After the Islamic project was first revealed, state and federal agencies opened investigations. So far, though, most of those have failed to find legal reasons to block the planned Islamic community. Attorney General Ken Paxton said last month that his office had found evidence that the developers violated federal and state security laws, but no further information on that development has been released. So far, the site of the proposed Islamic community, no matter what it's going to be called, remains a literal meadow and not a city. Going forward, courses that advocate gender or race ideology or topics related to sexual orientation or gender identity will require campus presidential approval in the Texas A&M University system, and that approval authority cannot be delegated by the campus presidents to their subordinates. The new rule also restricts faculty from teaching material that is inconsistent with the approved syllabus for the course or introducing a controversial matter that's not connected with the class subject. Republican U.S. Representative Chip Roy is introducing legislation that would freeze all immigration into the United States until certain criteria are met, including reforms to chain migration and birthright citizenship and ending H-1B visas. In announcing his proposal, Roy said the nation's record-high foreign-born population is creating a, quote, cultural problem about who we are as Americans. His measure would require vetting people for their adherence to Sharia law. The congressman is also calling for action that would force the courts to revisit Plyler v. Doe. That's a 1982 U.S. Supreme Court case out of Texas that requires the states to fund education for illegal aliens. The Texas Minute will be right back.
News and analysis on what's happening in Texas. End your day with daily headlines from Texas Scorecard. Every day at 5 p.m., join me, Brandon Waltons, as we recap the biggest stories of the day and talk about why they matter to you. Listen and subscribe to Daily Headlines from Texas Scorecard.
The Secretary of State's office has agreed to spend up to $1.25 million to defend Texas's open primary system against a lawsuit filed by the Republican Party. The GOP wants to close the party's nominating process to stop Democrats from influencing the selection of Republican candidates. Secretary of State Jane Nelson is an appointee of Governor Greg Abbott. She's retained 2 outside law firms to handle the case. Significantly, the Office of the Attorney General is siding with the Texas GOP in the litigation. In closed primary states, voters must declare their party affiliation in advance of the election, and only those so registered can participate in that party's nominating contest. The Republican Party of Texas sued the state in September, arguing that open primaries violate the GOP's First Amendment right to free association by allowing Democrats and independents to influence Republican nominations. You can find details on that story and the others mentioned today, as well as keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Aaron Anderson, Robert Montoya, and Brandon Waltons. Meanwhile, Nick Shepard is in charge of the technical work that gets the show to you. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now go have a great weekend.